Hi, so I want to give a garden update, starting with this bed, working my way down. These are tomatoes. This tomato was purchased from the store. All of the rest of them I planted myself, so that's why this one's a little bit ahead. This is a sun gold cherry tomato. This is a crimson tomato. It's supposed to get really big. And all around the perimeter I have onions, leeks. Back there's an opal basil. And then I have some, in that cup, I have a Siberian melon. It's a really small watermelon. This is an orange glow watermelon, holy basil. This plant is huge. This is the one that was over there last year. I moved it here. The leaves, everything in the garden this year is big. Look at the leaves. This has never been this big. This is bok choy. They're getting eaten by roly-polies. This is chrysanthemum. It's a medicinal plant. So I have medicinal plants mixed in. This is a honeydew. This is another pak choy. Another basil. Opal basil. What is this? A moon and star watermelon. I have some lemongrass here, and lemongrass over there. This is a yellow scallop. You'll see when they grow. I'm just going to show you what's growing. This is either a nebula carrot, a black carrot, or a purple carrot. Marjoram. This is a strawberry plant with pink with pink flowers on it. Another squash, that is chamomile. So I'm growing a lot of herbs this year. This is another tomato called a ground cherry. This is calendula, which is another medicinal plant. Look at my cabbage. That's a purple bell pepper in that red cage. These are collard greens. I just have them here for the flowers because my flowers are not plentiful yet and I want to draw in the pollinators. So I left that. Tucked in back here is a tomato, a vintage wine tomato. Another tomato. What is this? I don't know. Cherokee purple tomato. If you saw when I put them in, it looked like they were gonna die. They were so small. This is a San Marzano. This is a paste tomato and it's a determinate. So all of the tomatoes I've shown you so far, they'll grow all summer until the first frost. Sometimes they'll even make it past the first frost. They're indeterminate. They get as tall as you want them to, like maybe 10 feet sometimes, 8 feet. This is a determinate. It only gets so big and it puts on all its tomatoes at one time. So I'll use this one to make sauces and mainly a paste, tomato paste. So you don't prune this one because it's determinate. It's a predetermined size. This one, these other ones, you prune them, they're gonna keep growing. This is another cabbage. Guys, these are the same cabbages that I showed in the other video, and it was snowing and it was everything, and they're still there. Here's my medicinal garden. We had a rough rain, so everything looks kind of crazy. I've been harvesting this mullein like crazy. Making glycerites, making teas, which have been helpful to a lot of people I've been giving them to. And it's still growing. It's going to shoot up this year, and I'm going to get a flower, and I'm going to harvest those flowers. This is dill. This is toothache. That is stinging nettle. That is a wormwood from last year. Look at how big the leaves are. Look at how big. I don't know if you guys are seeing how big these leaves are. These are big leaves. I'm so excited. Look at the wormwood. Look at my hand. Look at the wormwood. So amazing. Oregano, basil, tarragon, and what is this? Sage. I still don't know what this is. Once it flowers, I will be glad to tell you. It's either hyssop or bee balm. This is a round zucchini, and this is a American yard cucumber. Down at the bottom garden, this is the grapevine. And this is my grapevine that I pruned, so it's not as wild, but still wild. More tomatoes. Guys, I planted entirely too many tomatoes this year. These won't get as big. This is the shaded garden at the bottom, but I always try. Anything's better than nothing as far as this bottom garden is concerned. Have some more sage here. Peppers that are getting eaten, it appears. Is that a pepper? Oh, that's bee balm. It's getting eaten. Have some flowers, some zinnias, blueberry bushes. There were blueberries this year. The birds ate them. The echinacea from last year. Lavender, cosmos, flowers. My lilies are a little bit sick this year, but it's fine. So last year this bed didn't grow too well, so I decided to plant it up with potatoes and then some extra plants I threw in here. So these are all potatoes. These are a mixture of, this one has dark leaves, so I'm gonna say this is the purple potato. This one as well, and then I think those are Yukon Gold, if I'm not mistaken. Here's a calendula tucking in another medicinal plant. Here's a tomato, not nearly as big as the ones at the top. Again, this garden is shaded. All of these are sweet potatoes, all of those vines, except that's a cabbage that I'm not even gonna, it's just there in case the bugs want something to eat, so they can eat that and not anything else. I have, this is a, what is this? A snapdragon, I'm sorry. And then I have eggs. They're either snake eggs or woodpecker bird eggs. Something like that. Or speckled wood bird eggs, I don't know. I have them in this bucket so I can see what they're gonna hatch and be. I probably should have had someone come and throw it out. This bed is shaded. This is another herb bed, but it's in the shade. So if you have a shaded area of your garden, make use of it by planting herbs or lettuces. So I have peppermint, which is going to spread. You probably shouldn't put it in the bed, but I did. Up at the top garden, there was comfrey. I pulled it up from last year. I'll show you guys at the end of the video, but it still came back. Mustards, a leek, red Russian kale, fenugreek. That's the bug's favorite plant is fenugreek. Every time I plant fenugreek, they eat it all. Same thing happened at the top. I'll show you. Dill, dinosaur kale, oregano. Notice everything's smaller. Sorrel, bok choy, and bee balm. Monarda. No lemon mint. Carrot. I don't expect that to grow. Some of these are just sacrificial plants. I still have some in cells. This is thyme. And then a lettuce bed. This bed doesn't do too well because it doesn't drain. It's hardcore clay at the bottom, so I have to be careful. I couldn't even add soil this year because it was still this full and it's supposed to go down. So different types of lettuces. This is the tray that I planted with you all. This, what is this? This is the Romanesco broccoli. I don't think this is gonna grow, but I would certainly love if it did. This is spinach, leeks, another bok choy that has been almost completely destroyed. The bugs eat the growing tip. So when you see it eating the growing tip, it's pretty much done for. Let me show you the comfrey at the top and then we'll finish off. So this is comfrey. I had been trying to figure out for the longest, what is this? Because this was here before I planted any of the new herbs. I had a comfrey planted here last year and I pulled it up and I thought it was done, and then I realized, oh, this is comfrey. So if I show you down here, let's see. This is that same comfrey that was growing and it died and it came back and it died and it came back. This is a hardcore plant. So this is comfrey. I had this in the ground last year. Now it's in a pot. It just wants to grow. I'm gonna keep it in a pot. And that's sorrel. So yeah, that's everything. And then I do have, guys, plants want to live. This is wormwood. I'm not gonna do anything with it, but plants want to live. You know, they're really fighting. This is my lemon plant. I had several little lemons on there and they all fell off except that one. And it's putting on new leaves. You can kind of see the old leaves from last year compared to the new leaves. That's my turmeric plant, guys. This is my turmeric plant. How exciting. Can you see the turmeric down there? See it? So cool. And then these are plants I'm going to give away to some friends, some church members. I still have a lot that I don't know what to do with. This is medicinal. This is plantain, yarrow, and just a bunch of random stuff. A bunch of random tomatoes. That's another chamomile, another tarragon. Peppers, more tomatoes. A black-eyed Susan. I only have one and I really want it to grow. That's one of the prettiest flowers for me. And the garden is a black-eyed Susan. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And if you need any tips or anything, let me know.